Sudan has the first agreement between its warring parties since its civil war began about a month ago. The deal inked in Jeddah, however, is only meant to help civilians stay out of the battlefield. Neither side will claim this is a step toward ending the conflict. And the fighting between Sudan's army and the Rapid Support Forces continues to rage in the nation's capital. Heavy combat is also reported in the Darfur area, the RSF's stronghold. While the Sudanese people suffer, there are numerous initiatives to try and get the combatants to the negotiating table. The talks in Jeddah have been sponsored by both Saudi Arabia and the USA. They managed to negotiate a signed Declaration of Principles last week. This was supposed to provide for safe passage for civilians to get out of the conflict areas, but so far there have been no apparent changes on the ground. The declaration basically confirms that both sides will continue to fight. They just promise now that they will fight in line with the laws of war. Khartoum residents say the army is overhead, bombing somewhat indiscriminately, while the RSF is on the ground, shooting and looting. General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan has been invited to the Arab League summit taking place in Jeddah on May 19th. The invitation recognizes his role as the head of Sudan's Sovereign Council. The leader of the RSF, Mohammed Dagalo Hamedti, al-Burhan's rival, is also his deputy on the council. Both sides have been invited to the negotiating table by the Intergovernmental Agency on Development, IGAD, in Juba. South Sudanese leader Salva Kiir has been nominated to lead the talks, to be joined by Kenyan President William Ruto and Djibouti's head of state Omar Gele. Political analysts have noted a rivalry brewing between African and Arab mediators. Amgad Farid Al-Tiab, who was chief of staff to former Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok, accused Washington of trying to block democratic developments in the Jeddah talks. This may imply that the U.S. involvement in this initiative aims to create a military regime that only advances U.S. security interests in the region, putting a tragic end to Sudan's revolution and democratic transition. Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki has also commented on the situation, rare for the reclusive leader. He has warned that Sudan could threaten security in the entire Horn of Africa. Afwerki has shown willingness to participate in other countries' battles when he sent troops to Tigray to support Ethiopia's army. Egypt, with the largest military in Africa, borders Sudan to the north. Cairo jointly ruled Khartoum with the UK until independence in 1956, and still retains strong influence there. Arab countries have billions of dollars invested in Sudan, led by Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. African security concerns, combined with Arab financial stakes, create a diplomatic mix that only stoke the raging conflict rather than putting out the fire. ADN TV will continue to report on diplomatic and security developments across Africa.